day. Those dew point temperatures have been really, really close to the actual outdoor temperature. So that's why we do continue to see a lot of this kind of moisture lingering around. But temperatures have been in the low to mid 40s basically for the past 24 hours. That's kind of what happens with those clouds. Like I said, it really regulates temperatures, doesn't allow them to move too much. And we're going to still continue to stay fairly calm into tonight because not only do we see those dew point temperatures pretty elevated right now and close to the mid 40s, we just don't have enough wind to kind of bring in that airflow and kind of clear things out a little bit for us. So this is basically what we're going to see for the rest of the overnight hours. Hopefully by tomorrow we can get those clouds to thin out a little bit for us and bring in some sunshine. But we're definitely going to start to see some warmth because southerly winds are going to start to push in a little bit more. We're not expected to see anything breezy, but it's that general flow that we're paying attention to that's going to shove a little more of that warmer air mass up. So this is a look at the jet stream pattern. This jet stream that goes all the way down through Los Angeles into Texas and up to the Midwest right here, that's that subtropical jet, usually where we do see most of our storm systems follow. But not only that, it kind of brings in that warmer air mass right over us. So that's why we're going to see those temperatures boost as we get into your Thursday. But what's going to happen is that jet does fall a little farther to the south as we head into your Friday, and that's going to keep that storm track just to the south of the region. Well, then that the polar jet that's off to the north, again, that's a little bit denser. So it's going to kind of shove everything a little to the south when it comes to the moisture. And it's actually going to open up brighter skies into the upcoming weekend. And luckily, we're not going to see temperatures fall too low because that polar jet will be just to the north of us. So we're kind of in a sweet spot here. But as we do look at the overnight hours, we're going to be in the low 40s. So again, it's going to be cloudy, pretty much consistent with what we woke up with this morning. Now, tomorrow afternoon, when we see those clouds thin out a little bit, we should get a boost. Temperatures heading to around 60 degrees. So we go to above normal. Going to be a really nice Thursday. Then I think we're going to play with the clouds a little bit more into Friday. That'll bring us back down to the low 50s, but that's because we're going to watch for those rain chances, which right now look like they're going to stay mainly south. What we're going to be watching is if there's a few of us that get just lucky enough to maybe get a couple of showers to squeeze out, and that looks mainly kind of south of Galesburg even. So I'm looking more towards Burlington as maybe the only area that could see any showers because again, all that heavier rain has just continued to trend to the south, and those trends are holding pretty stable now. So we're not really expecting much more in terms of rain chances for the rest of your week. This weekend, though, like I said, it's bringing in a silver lining because we're going to open up the skies. We're going to bring in lots of sunshine for both Saturday and Sunday. We'll get beat in the mid 50s on Saturday, around 60 on Sunday. And I was even looking at winds. Doesn't look like it's going to be too windy either. So actually a really decent weekend that it's shaping up to be for us here. And we're going to want to take advantage of it because even as we go into the end of next week, and I know this is probably where all of our eyes are going to be heading to, is what travel conditions are going to be like as we head into the holiday week. Right now, we do see those trends to cooler temperatures by Thanksgiving Day. Before, we will see a system move in that could bring in some showers, but still keeps us mild. But again, we are going to be watching for that cooler air mass to settle in for Thanksgiving and the weekend beyond. And right now, of course, we do have a couple of chances right now for rain and snow mixes, but that's talking about something that's a week and a half away still. So that's just something we're going to keep a close eye out on here as we head into especially the next week or so. But it's crazy that we're getting very close to Thanksgiving already. I feel like I just entered into like